And there you go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you? We love you. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for checking it all out. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and our next guest is a friend of the show. He's a veteran. Watch out. He knows how to get down and dirty and make things happen for people in our community. He's a veteran advocate leader for Veteran Action Now, and he joins us to highlight his fast and first meeting with the family, new elected New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. He wants to meet him, and he wants to meet him now. They want to discuss the mayor's long-term impact on veterans and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Kevin C. Meggett. Kevin, welcome.
Hey, man. Thank you.
I'm dancing in there, right?
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me on the show.
So you want to meet the mayor now?
Yeah.
You got some things you want to discuss.
Well, yes. I felt like he didn't have a veteran platform. But to his credit, neither did any of the candidates. But he won.
Yeah.
And it's just like a dig. It's a slide that the veteran community has almost been forgotten about, you know.
Yeah.
Just to echo, you know, I don't think the state of New York is very veteran friendly, but nor is the city.
Yeah.
And, you know, we went from maybe 210,000 veterans to, I think the numbers are like down to 120,000.
Kevin, maybe you're just the right person to step up and, you know, say, hey, you know, this is what we need. Can you help me?
Right.
Can you help us out?
Yeah.
You know, veterans, they get busy. They do the things that they need to do to protect our nation. Can you help us out in New York City?
And I mean, we bring a lot to New York City.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just don't, the whole helping out thing is great, but we bring a resource. A lot of veterans come from all over the country, wanting to come here to use their GI Bill at our institutions like Columbia, NYU, and all of these prestigious colleges we have. They add to the economy. They add to the population of the city. So it shouldn't, I mean, while we do need help, it shouldn't all be a handout. It should just be some kind of, we should be recognized.
So you wrote a Substack.
Yes.
And what are some of the things that was said in there? And it was directed, of course, to our newly elected mayor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of just, I raised the question, is our mayor anti-veteran? I don't know the answer to that question. Only he can answer it. I asked him directly at a meeting in the Bronx, at a Democratic meeting in the Bronx, a gala, and he said no. Why would you say that? And I said, well, you didn't.
He said no because of, he said no what?
I said, can I ask you a question?
He said no.
And he said, I said, no. He said, he said, sure, you can ask the question. The question was, are you anti-veteran? And he said, no. Well, why would you say that?
Okay.
And I said, well, you don't have a platform for us. You don't talk about us. You don't even recognize us. I said, it's very hurtful. And we were supposed to his team was supposed to get together and meet with me just to maybe understand veterans play a very, very valuable part, not only in our country, but in the state and the city of New York as well.
I'm sure you left an indelible mark on his mind, or, you know, and he's probably going to iron out some things because he just got in there and everybody's like on him like that.
And I want him to succeed.
Yeah. So,
I want him to.
So he's probably going to open up and say, hey, man, where's that young man that asked me that question?
From your mouth to God's ears, man. I hope that's the case.
Yeah.
But I mean, to his credit, the former mayor didn't really have too much of a platform. The mayor before, so what we're becoming is low-bearing fruit. And you had the former chair, Bob Holden, who was chairing veteran community, the veteran affairs. And I just don't think, I think that was considered like the punishment committee. So the speaker would put all of the undesirables that she didn't like over in the veterans because it's low-bearing fruit.
Yeah.
And it's very disrespectful. And it's the same folks that have the same energy that go around and they say, well, thank you for your service. But the service that the services that we receive don't equate to the thank you that you're giving us.
You think he can put you in a position where you can run that for the veterans?
I would most like, I'm sure there is, but you know, you have the city of New York has a veteran, DVS, Department of Veteran Services,
right.
which is ran by Commissioner James Hendon, who his office has been underfunded for so long, but he's, you know, he's also been there for a very long time. So, you know, sometimes you may need to shake things up and make it new. I would offer my expertise.
Yeah.
I have 13 years of working with homeless veteran population.
Yeah, I know you, and you've been coming here sharing that and talking about it. But what do you hope to see his office push for in terms of policies that impact veterans and their families?
That's a good question, and I thank you for it. So on July 4th of 2025, I launched a campaign when President Trump launched his big, beautiful, ugly bill that said, end veteran poverty now. And I've been running with this End Veteran Poverty Now campaign.
Yeah.
I've been pushing it as an agenda because poverty is a virus, not only in the veteran community, just in general.
Yeah.
But particularly in the veteran community, because we tend to, as a country, wag our fingers at our adversaries about their human right issues.
Yeah.
But the last time that I checked, you know,
We don't live up to ours.
right. I mean, China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, Venezuela, none of them have homeless veteran crisis. We do. And the last time I checked, that's not a civil right. Being homeless is a human right.
Yeah.
Everyone should be housed. Every citizen should be housed. But it's just,
Especially if they serve the country.
especially if they serve the country. And so we're becoming an extinct community. Have you ever listened to those ASPCA commercials with the dogs and the sad music? You could take veteran issues, that same narrative with that same music, and guess what? It'll fit perfect.
Wow.
And we ought to be ashamed of ourselves as a country.
Wow. Yeah.
For me to say that, and take homelessness, take PTSD, suicide thoughts. These are all symptoms of a virus called poverty. So if we eradicate the poverty, we could alleviate the symptoms. So.
Yeah, yeah. And Kevin, you were recently at the Fordham rally.
Yes.
Could you speak about that, the growing concern for staff cuts across VA Veterans Affairs medical centers?
Well, the goal is privatization.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the goal that the current administration wants to do is to privatize the VA. What happens is when you start to cut back jobs, it affects service. You cannot put money over patients. You just can't do it. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then veterans have a whole different plethora of problems that civilians don't understand.
Yeah.
So you can't just lump us. It's not a cookie cut issue. It's not a one size fit all. So the current administration is looking to get rid of 35,000 jobs.
Yeah.
And out of those 35,000 jobs, of course, the Bronx is affected. I receive all of my services from the Bronx. I'm very satisfied with it, but I'm not going to say it's the worst service in the world, but I'm not going to say it's it could be better.
We just had a picture pop up a little while ago. You know, nurses, they went on strike.
Yes.
And does that affect you?
No, not necessarily, because they're not the same union. I don't believe
Yeah,
those.
they go right there.
Right. Those union nurses, that definitely affects us. And a lot of those, they're phasing out a lot of those jobs. They're not hiring. And so we're trying to, we're living in a country right now that's saying do more with less. And we're going to roll it back all the way back to 2000 or 1995, right? Whereas the population has grown.
Yeah.
But you're affecting services. And sadly, veterans are now going, if they're not doing it now, it's going to lead to death. So it's a very intricate plan to give the wealthiest people at the top 1% a tax break. And they don't deserve it because it's unearned income. And it's a maldistribution of resources. And being held accountable. So what I've been doing is I'm trying to galvanize veterans to rally for what we earned, not given, but what we earned.
And this is a part of the upcoming press conference that you're going to be involved in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's that going to be held?
Well, I'm doing the last Saturday of the month. I'm also the commander for the National Association for Black Veterans. We are hosting our gala the last Saturday of March, and we're also having an award ceremony to bring these things out, as well as I'm working with a young lady that you will meet soon. Her father passed, and her father passed because of neglect both on the federal level and service providers. So the VA failed her, as well as the service providers, and we got to start holding these service providers accountable to a criteria of service when they say they're going to take care of our veterans.
Yeah. Is there a platform that people can assist your organization in any way this year?
You could reach out to me. My email address is Kevin C. Meggett, one word, @gmail.com. I can be reached. That's the best method. You can find me on social media. Just look up my name, Kevin Meggett.
Yeah.
And or you could go through the Bronx chapter of the National Association for Black Veterans. Bronx chapter 0029.
Kevin, man, thank you for all that
Thank you
do
for
and
always giving me
continue
a
to do.
platform.
Yeah.
And thank you for everything that you do in the community. I appreciate you.
Thank you. And thank you for your service.
I appreciate
and your
that.
service that you're doing out of service.
Thank you so much.
Because you're still in service.
Never been relieved of that duty.
You got it.
Thank
my
you.
brother. There you go. Kevin C. Meggett, Veteran Advocate, Veteran Action Now. We'll be back with more next on Open.